Some people want a magic bullet argument from science that proves the Bible. And so they ask me, is there one piece of scientific evidence that demonstrates or that proves the Bible? And it's interesting. There's a couple different ways you could look at it. I would argue that the existence of science proves the Bible. Because you see, it wouldn't make sense to do science if the Bible were not true. There would be no basis for expecting our senses are reliable or that our brain is able to rationally analyze a situation, because it's because our brain's been designed by God that we're able to do that. And it's because God upholds the universe in a consistent way that we're able to do science. And so it's kind of funny. People ask, what evidence is there, what scientific evidence is there for God or for biblical creation? And my answer is, well, all of it. Because there's not a single piece of scientific evidence that you could make sense of apart from the Christian worldview. And you say, really, I mean, can you think of one? Can you think of one piece of scientific evidence that would make sense apart from the Christian worldview? And you suppose, for example, you squeeze the bottom of the toothpaste and you expect the paste to come out the top as it does in the past. I mean, that's good science, right? We can test that in the present. Every time we squeeze it, it comes out the top. But why is that? Well, it's because God upholds the universe in a consistent fashion. If the universe were really just chance, then maybe the next time I squeeze the toothpaste, it will turn into a blue whale. I mean, who knows? It's a chance universe. Anything can happen. But the fact that there is rigorous consistency in nature is precisely because God upholds it in a consistent fashion. Now, I don't believe that you can use science in an unaided way to say, well, let me just look at mutations and DNA and without the Bible, and I'll prove that God exists. I don't think that is correct. I would argue that in order for you to get your methods of science to begin with, the Bible would have to already be true. That's sometimes called a transcendental argument. It basically shows that the necessary prerequisite for science has to already be in place in order for you to make sense of any scientific evidence whatsoever. So yeah, the very existence of science is a proof of the Christian worldview.